Today is August 17, and we detected unusual options activity on AMC. And in this video, we'll explain why we think AMC stock has bottomed again. As you may know, on Monday, August 14, AMC dropped to a new 52-week low of $3.18. Since then, it's been coming up for the past 3 trading days. And if you've been following our channel for some time now, you also know that about 4 months ago, on April 5th, we also made a video about AMC stock bottoming. And if you got in at that time, you can see that at any time after that video, you could have been making more than 20%, 30%, 40%, 46% for the next 2 months. You could have closed and taken profits at any time because we made an accurate prediction on April 5th. We'll put a link to that video at the end of this video. And that's why this video, we want to explain why we think AMC has bottomed again. Okay, and without further ado, let's get right to it. So today, as we can see here, the 12,000 unusual options here, you can see that this was for the 10 strike calls, 10 strike puts, 10 strike calls, 10 strike puts. This is the August 18 and August 25s. Okay. Notice here another 8,000. Same strike, same expiration dates. This time it's 8,000. Okay. And there was more towards the bottom. And if you take a look at it all, we'll find that for the August 25s, here they are, the 10 strike puts, 28,000 total. And on the 10 strike calls, 29,000. Okay, so very similar in quantity. When we tallied it up, it's about 28,000 on either side. Okay, the additional 1,000 could just be other investors adding into the trade. Okay, and when we take a look at the volume and the open interest, notice how the volume here is much greater than the open interest. So we know these are opening trades. On the put side as well, volume is much greater than the opening interest. Okay, when that happens, these are opening trades and these are not closing trades. The closing trade is on August 18, which expires tomorrow. And that's why they're closing it. Notice here the open interest is 212,000. This is much greater than the volume today, right? Notice here on the call side, 250,000 open interest. This is greater than the volume. So we know that what they're doing is they're closing their August 18 trade and opening the August 25th trade, which expires next week. Okay? And what are they doing? We believe what they're doing is they're selling the 10 strike puts and buying the 10 strike calls. And when you analyze this trade, you can see it here. Okay? This is what it looks like. And you'll see that currently AMC is at $4.12 as it goes up in price, which is on the x-axis. This profit curve increases, it goes up. The purple line is the current date of August 17. The blue line is the date of August 25 when it expires. Okay? And you'll see that anything above this 0 is profit. When that line, that purple or blue line, is above this 0 on the y-axis, this means that they are profitable on the trade. Okay? And also, when you take a look at the Greeks, notice that there's a 41 positive delta, so they are bullish. Okay, anything positive is bullish. If there's a negative, then that's bearish. That means they're shorting it. They're going long, which is bullish. And why did they do this trade? Mostly because not only they're bullish and going long, this option strategy has a very high theta positive. The trade will increase in value every single day, right? And just a week, 11 positive theta. This is helping this trade. Essentially, this trade, because the theta is so high, it reduces their break even to all the way up to here at expiration. Notice that the break even is all the way here at $3.10, right here. So AMC stock can drop all the way to $3.10 here, and this trade would not be at a loss. Okay? Because as the time goes on here, that purple line eventually becomes that blue line at expiration, right? So if it stays at $4.12, they just gained $100. You can see the profit here, $100 per trade, right? This is analyzing just one trade right now, right? And we know they did 28,000 of these trades, right? So 28,000 of these trades, $100 profit for each one, right? That's a profit of $2.8 million there, right? To do a trade like this, because they sold the 10 strike puts here, that's essentially saying they're willing to own AMC at $10 a share. So, and by selling that put naked, that's you got to multiply by 100 because that's 100 shares. That's $10 multiplied by 100. $1,000 is the buying power required to put on one of these trades. Since they did 28,000, this trade required about $28 million of buying power. This is the capital required to put on this trade. Okay, so this is definitely a large institutional investor who did this trade, a very, very clever trade that takes advantage of the volatility in options, the theta in options, using options to leverage, right, to gain from this recent drop in AMC here at the beginning of the week here. It dropped, and now it's coming up, and they're using options to take advantage of it. Okay, and that doesn't necessarily mean you have to trade options. Stocks work as well with this unusual options analysis. You can use stocks. You can buy stocks if you think there's bullishness, or you can short stocks if you think there's bearishness. But if you look at the stock now, you can see that this was the prior support level, even here, right? This was the prior support level. When we last called the bottom here, right? April 5th here, you notice now that we are now trading above $4. Today, we broke that $400 level, right? This was that level here. And since we are now above that level, because that prior support level was at $4 here, that now they got into and went bullish on this trade. Okay, when we take a look at this this trade here, notice also that they started to add the more contracts into this trade. When they initially got into this trade, it was at $3.85. This is the price of the stock. And it went to 3.9, right? And they started to add and add, and eventually you can see that the price then breaks $4, right? Because of all these bullish trades using options. This large investor putting in this large options trade, breaking that $4 point. And now we've closed this gap. This was prior support level that was broken from this down move, this sell-off, and now we've recovered and broke this level now that was acting as resistance, and now we've broken that resistance level. Okay, and so that's why we believe AMC has bottomed again at this $3.18, and this recent price action here, breaking that $4 level again, is a good bullish sign for AMC stock.